1 year ago, I took my beautiful wife.
We are not as tough as we thought we were.
And 7 kids, and moved into this abandoned log cabin off-grid in the wilds of Alaska. This cabin had nothing. No lights, no power.
Temporary toilet, and if you need to do any
No
washing.
water, no bathroom, nothing. The day we arrived, we got to work, installing power systems,
Solar system up and running.
water systems.
Yes!
We even DIY'd an addition onto the cabin. Over the last year, we have turned this log cabin into a beautiful, cozy home for our family. This adventure allowed us to finally be able to afford to buy ourselves our own home and some acreage in the beautiful state of Alaska. Here's what that first year looked like. This cabin had not been lived in for some time. A friend of mine bought it, had cleaned it out and fixed it up some, and wanted to know if I was interested in buying it. I immediately hopped on a plane and flew to Alaska to take a look.
All right, we're going in. Whoa. Wow. This did not photograph well. It did not video well. I love it.
It didn't take long for me to realize this is the place I had been looking for so long. I had been wanting to buy my own home in Alaska for years. Because it was off-grid and it was a dry cabin. It had no power, no water, nothing. It was very reasonably priced. It was something we could actually afford to purchase. And I wasn't going to miss out on this opportunity.
Man, I'm so excited. This is going to be awesome.
We bought the cabin, flew home, packed up everything we could fit into our van and a trailer, and drove out to Alaska.
Dude.
After driving 4,500 miles, we were finally here. Our new off-grid homestead in Alaska. And that meant it was time to get to work. We had 3 big jobs that we wanted to tackle. We had to unpack everything, set up a solar power system, and set up our water cistern. We only had 3 days to do all this before my wife and the rest of my children arrived, so we dove right in.
Yeah, we could undo the tarp. It's a little bit overwhelming when you first arrive because there's so many things to do. Trying to figure out what needs done first. You know, do I set up the solar system? Do I unpack some boxes? There's a lot of like juggling and trying to figure out, you know, what do I do? What's going on?
The most important thing that we brought to Alaska was our family pets. This was the scariest part of unpacking. I was terrified I was going to lose one of them in the process. It would get out and become a tasty snack for a bear. Fortunately, the unloading process went pretty smooth.
The cats are in, so it's official. We're moved in. We got everything out of the trailer, everything out of the car. It is so much stuff. It's a disaster. I mean,
with the unpacking done, it was time to get some power into this off-grid cabin.
Solar system up and running. Done. That was great.
Now that we had power at the cabin, we could put in some of the electrical things we needed. First and foremost, some lighting.
Wow, the difference.
With the power running and some lights on, now we could focus on setting up a basic water system for the cabin.
Okay, so we had to run to the nearest town and get supplies. We had to get our tank and our fittings and our hot water heater and all the stuff we need for this water system.
We're trying to figure out where to put the water tank and how to hook it up. We eventually settled on putting the tank under the cabin so that we could enclose it and protect it from the cold temperatures of Alaska come wintertime.
This is stuff you have to pick up. Monkey wrench, channel locks. I don't know what the proper term is anymore. That's what we used to call them. It's a little tight.
My dad helped me plumb our water cistern to the cabin.
I want it to be wobbly and loose like an old channel lock 460. The largest channel lock in the world. And it'll spin your nuts clean off. Do you feel lucky, punk?
Put her in.
Having my parents there with me the first couple days was a huge help. We were able to unpack, get the solar system set up, and get water into the cabin. There was still a lot more I wanted to do, but we had run out of time.
So, no huge accidents, and we got a ton done on the cabin. So, and thank you so much, Mom and Dad. It was so much help having you guys part of this.
We'll see you Saturday.
Yeah.
I headed to the airport, and I picked up the rest of my family.
All right, guys. Bounce. That's it.
I was nervous. None of them had seen the cabin before.
You haven't seen it yet, my dear. There's only one.
I didn't know what they would think.
Hey, forward and shield.
Holy cow, that's
Meow.
Yeah.
Meow just at that
It's
corner.
really cute. I love it.
They say home is where the heart is. Well, I've never understood that so much as this moment when we were all back together again. But there was still a lot of work to do to make this place our family's home. Top of the list, we needed some cozy, comfortable space. So we started scouring Marketplace to see if we could find some used furniture to make this place a little bit more comfortable. Marketplace did not disappoint.
Oh, lovely. This makes me happy.
It was great to have a corner clean and cozy.
It goes down.
All this hard work, we were definitely getting dirty. And that meant the next on the list of to-do was to get ourselves a working bathroom, and really important, a working bath. We found a really cool used double sink, so that got added to the list of things that we wanted in our new bathroom.
Well, it's kind of a bummer. The dirtiest job I've done in this homestead, the one that most requires a bath, is putting in the bathtub. I am covered in concrete dust, grossness, so I gotta leave that thing for 24 hours to set, so I can't use it tonight, which means one more cold shower out here in the wilderness of Alaska. All right, here goes nothing. Let's go.
To finish up this shower project, I needed to finish installing the shower walls, and I needed to get all the plumbing connected.
I have the entire shower plumbed, with fixtures plumbed, everything is plumbed, and I'm about to pressure test it all. Oh, wow. It's hot. It's getting hot.
That's pretty amazing.
Now that we had a working bath, we needed to make this a bathroom, and that meant we needed some walls. My son got working on the walls. Meanwhile, Kay got started on the floor. And after a lot of work, with everybody pitching in bit by bit, we actually had a bathroom. Now we could wall everything off, put in a mirror, start to put the finishing touches on this bathroom. It's not a room if it doesn't have a door. So the final step of our bathroom project was to make a custom barn sliding door for this strangely sized opening. I thought I was done with the door until the safety inspector showed up. We had an indoor bathroom, and yet we were still using an outhouse. Felt like a great time to set up a toilet.
Okay.
So we built ourselves a composting toilet with a urine diverter. When it was finished, it was incredible. We had a beautiful looking bathroom, and that got us looking around the cabin to see what else we could improve. And there was one obvious answer: the kitchen. Up till now, we had basically a glamorized camp kitchen. We needed to have a real kitchen for our family, and so although it was going to be a ton of work, we got started on a kitchen remodel. The first thing we needed to build was a brand new kitchen counter. We decided to place this on the back wall of the cabin. That's right, we were using this room as our living room at the time. We were going to be flip-flopping. The kitchen was going in the living room, and the living room in the kitchen.
Nice job.
Instead of spending a bunch of money on new countertops, we reused the ones that were already in the cabin, and we found a couple other little small countertop scraps to finish out the kitchen. The countertop was built. It was time to put the sink in.
Bath over there. I wish I had put more. Ooh, that's enough though.
Oh, too far back.
While Kay was busy working on the shelving, I started working on plumbing the sink so we actually would have pressurized hot water for the very first time in the kitchen in the cabin.
So I'm going to pressure test this now. I got it PEXed all in hot. Let's see if it works. Okay, here goes nothing. Definitely going to work. I mean, it's definitely going to like put water in. Oh, that never gets old. Oh man, yes. And that's great.
While I was finishing up the plumbing, Kay was finalizing our kitchen shelves and storage, just making it look so nice. A friend of mine found an old GE propane stove on Marketplace for $100. We weren't even sure if it worked, but we snatched it up, brought it back to the cabin, and the light came on. It was a good sign that it was probably going to work, so we decided to hook it up.
Let's see, this is an old used stove. We got it for $100 off Marketplace.
Comforting.
There's the light.
Lighter. Igniter.
Hey! You lit? Oh! Oh, wow! 4 burners lit. You're cooking with gas. Now I know why they say that. Old $100 used stove. That is awesome.
We'd made so much progress on the inside of the cabin, but now it was time to start working on the outside.
Today we are starting on the biggest project yet. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be coming off the side of the cabin right there with a bump out, 1 level, 1 floor to give us an Arctic entry, some office space, some bedrooms. And then today we're going to get started laying it out because tomorrow the machine arrives.
So we took our time, we made sure to figure out where each pier was going so we'd be ready the next day when the machine arrived.
Okay, tie the knot there.
The next day, the machine arrived and we were ready to start putting in the foundation for our addition.
All right, we got an exciting project starting today. And today we put the foundation in. One day, a couple hours, we're gonna have a foundation done with the magic of helical piers.
All right, a little bit more that way.
It's not going down at all. Should be going 3 inches every turn.
I was starting to worry that this wasn't going to work on our gravelly soil, but
There we go. I think it's starting to pull now. There we go.
turns out I just needed to apply more pressure.
Now we're pulling. All right. Yeah, now we're pulling. All right, we're past 50. All 5 done, couple hours. We finished just about in time. Getting caught in the rain here at the end, but that went in really good. I'm really excited because that's our foundation. We did a foundation for a cabin in a couple hours. Let's see if we can tighten
With
it.
our foundation installed, now we could start framing the addition.
We like this. We're going that. Is it? Okay, well, not a moment too soon. The floor is done just in time. And now we're just bracing for this rainstorm. So we're getting our generator put away, make sure all our tools are out of the rain. We got so much done. I'm really, really proud of us for how much we were able to get done. So for now, this is good. Hopefully the rain stops and we have a couple weeks of good weather before it starts to get cold.
We had no idea, but this approaching rainstorm, it was going to dump more water on us than we'd ever seen on this property. and it was about to make things a lot harder.
Okay. Boy. For the last 2 days, we have just gotten like record-setting rainfall. But I can't worry about that today because I have to focus on this project today, which is our solar system. I'm gonna come in this morning with the machine and make a path in. Gotta move the fossils. We're gonna be installing our solar system here in this area on the property, and it's a little bit lower and it can get a little wet. Oh, shoot. Oh. This is not off to a good start. Holy cow. Ay vey.
Not 5 minutes into the day, the track came off the excavator.
Right away. This is like an incredibly awful way to start this day.
So we called the rental company and told them the situation, that the track came really loose and fell right off. Fitting's not taking any grease and blah, blah, blah. You've watched it. You know how the story went.
It was pretty late in the afternoon when they dropped off the new rental machine for us to use. Maybe the worst was behind us, and now we could just take a nice long weekend and get this project finished up together, and everything would go smoothly. Thought at that point we'd be ready to cruise and this would be smooth sailing. Each shovelful weighed 5 times as much as it should have, because instead of shoveling nice dry dirt, you were tossing waterlogged mud. Everything was so wet, there was constant cave-ins. With 1 scoop of mud removed, another half bucket would fall back in its place from the sides.
As you can see, we've got a little bit of storm water in the trench.
It was slow going, but it was working, so we just kept trudging along, and little by little, we were making progress. We put our mud clothes on one last time, and we headed down to the solar array location. We mounted all the rest of the racks onto the posts, and we started putting up the panels. We needed to get those solar panels finished before the ground froze. That wasn't the only job that we needed to finish before winter arrived. Our addition walls and roof needs to be up before the snow starts to fall. So instead of finishing our solar system, we got to work back on the addition. I knew putting the walls up was going to be a big task, so I got some help from my friend, who many of you know as the Blurry Carpenter. With his help, we got the walls up in a day. To no surprise, the rain clouds moved in, but we kept working through the rain. The walls were up, and for now we had some blue skies. Before the next rain comes, it was time to start working on this roof. Bad weather moved in on us, but we had to keep working. We had to finish the rafters so we could tarp this structure so it could be weatherproofed.
Huge progress today. Finally, we did it. We put up all the rafters.
With the rafters up and that ridiculously huge tarp on the cabin, it was now temporarily weathered in, and that meant we were now freed up to take care of another project that needed done fast before the ground froze, skirting our cabin. Now I'm going to get this out of the way right now. The way we skirted our cabin wound up causing us some problems later on, and we're fixing it. So if you're watching this, don't take this as a lesson in what to do. Instead, subscribe to the channel, stay tuned, and you'll see how we fix it this year.
We're building this cabin off of gushers.
Don't need to be sponsored by Gushers.
I don't know how that'll...
Gushers.
This episode is brought to you by Gushers. Come on, Gushers. You know you want to sponsor this. Oh, my. Oh gosh.
After a quick gush break, we got back to skirting, and we pretty much didn't stop for 2 weeks until it was done. Before we completed the cabin skirting, we had to move our water cistern underneath the cabin.
Welcome to day 4 or 5 of skirting, right? Wrong. We're not skirting today. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you Operation Tank Move.
We want to get the tank under our cabin so that when we finish our skirting, we can heat the space and keep our water from freezing. But the tank is really heavy, so we only have one chance to get it in the right spot. Let's see if we can do it. Of all the jobs that we've done so far in this cabin, this was one of the worst. We were deep under the cabin, not a lot of headroom, and we had to dig 2 feet down in the ground to get our low profile tank deep enough under the cabin. It was hard work, it was backbreaking, but we got it done.
So today we have a lot of moving parts for this all to go right. We're basically finishing the hole that our water tank is going to go in and move it into place. Yeah, it's a bit of a stressful project, a little bit of a nail biter today, but we're just going to do our best.
Okay, we get one shot at this. If it goes down and something's wrong, we can't get it out, so. I anticipated so much going wrong with that, and so far it's been really smooth. We did it. We got the tank under the cabin. Now we can finish the skirting and keep this thing from freezing. So let's hook it back up. I don't want to think we're good. With the water tank under our cabin, we can now finish up the skirt framing and enclose it with insulation. Our first round of skirting insulation for the cabin is bubble foil. It works as a radiant insulation layer, as long as...
Don't sit on that. Don't crush the bubbles. Remember I said don't crush those bubbles.
Yeah,
That's how that works.
as long as you don't crush the bubbles.
Crush the bubbles.
Now that the interior was insulated, we needed to have a protective exterior hard candy shell, and we decided to use plywood for that.
Situation we got here. Holy cow. What in the world? Oh man, perfect. First try. That's like unheard of. She actually did. Your way? Oh yeah. It's actually kind of nice to put it in place too, like boom.
Now the crawl space was insulated, our water wouldn't freeze, and that meant we could go back to framing.
The tarp is coming down.
today.
I'm excited. I'm ready to get a roof and walls and be enclosed. All right, my least favorite part of this job has arrived. I have a fear of heights. All right, I'm up here, conquering my fear of heights. One nailing strip at a time. But we are almost done. We are down to our last 2 layers. Tomorrow it is metal time. Well, after all our hard work, the day had finally arrived. It was time to put the roof on. All our preparation was done. Now we needed to get on top of the roof, lay the metal. I know some people at this point would be putting felt down before they put the metal on the roof. I heard a couple different opinions about this. The metal people suggested that I put felt down. Later on, we were planning to spray foam this. The spray foam people told me not to. I decided to lean on the opinion of my spray foam guy because I didn't want the felt to interfere with the spray foam. So it was time to get the metal up, and we needed to move fast. The forecast had shifted, and the oncoming rain was actually turning into sleet and snow. Talk about not a moment too soon to finish that job. I just got off the roof. It just started snowing, the very first snow. I would say, ready or not, I think winter's here. Winter had certainly arrived, but there still were some nice days that we could get some work done, and we tried to take advantage of these when they showed up. Like today when we started working on our exterior sheathing. Oh, the long-awaited day. We are beginning to sheathe. So if we can get the sheathing done, it's probably gonna take us a couple days. It's a lot of little funny angles that you gotta cut and everything. And this is like really exciting.
Oh, sweet baby. Psych.
With the sheathing done, it was time to put the windows and the doors in the cabin addition. Now it kind of bounces back. Okay, I think I got it. Ready?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That is...
Okay.
Happy anniversary.
Happy
Wait.
We're done for now.
This was a huge day. We finally finished the shell of the addition. It was completely enclosed. There were windows and doors. That meant that we could have the spray foam guy come and spray foam the addition. And with the addition insulated, now we could open up a doorway into it from inside our cabin into the addition.
One that could be in the way.
Opening up the doorway to the addition meant our cabin now had a lot more square footage that needed heated. We felt this was a good time to add an additional heat source to the cabin.
How does this guy work?
Oh yeah.
And go.
We now had a propane stove and our wood stove. We could effectively heat all this space. That meant it was time to actually make it livable. We needed to put the walls up in the addition.
An inch and a half, so 16 on center.
Square, or the big L square, I should.
Hold it, hold it.
Sparkly.
In addition to framing walls, we needed to frame a few lofts. With the lofts built, now it's time to frame for doors.
It'll be the last. And now, the worst part of any building project, it was time for sheetrock. I knew sheetrock was going to take a long time. So, to speed up the process, I brought in some help. The carpenter who's so fast, he's blurred. The blurry carpenter. He helped us on our first day of hanging sheetrock, and that was great. We got a lot done.
Another room done. Oh man.
We have finished hanging all the sheetrock. Today I'm going to go through and do the very first of the mudding.
The girl's having a hard time with her oil.
We could tell pretty quickly that this mudding project was going to take forever. Fortunately, we had some professional help show up.
You got your trowel and I got okay, now you're straight.
Why do they call it drywall?
This wall material here is a dry. You want that to go over the crack, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, pull it. Yep, pull it. Just like that. Good job.
Whoa! I can't even. Are there any screws there? I can't even see.
The professional help was working out so well, I decided to bring in more.
Yeah, I'll come back later.
Okay, so welcome to the eternal sheetrock project. We're getting really close though. I think today we could actually start painting, which is amazing. So. We couldn't wait any longer. Kay decided to start doing some painting in the rooms that were done while I buttoned up the sheetrock. This was really exciting to start seeing paint go on the walls. It encouraged us, yes, we would actually finish this. Soon we'll be able to move into this space and use it. And although this part of the process felt like an eternity, looking back, some of the best memories we've made in this entire project were during this endless sheetrock cycle. Take your mud.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, you can do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Over these two holes, just the two. So a little over that one, and a little over that one. Get some over that one. We had our first room primed, and that was awesome. Okay, big moment here. The very first application of color. We've selected, what is that called?
I don't remember.
Some kind of green.
It's not Jack and the Beanstalk.
It's not Jack and the Beanstalk.
Lehigh green.
Lehigh green, a Pennsylvania green.
I did
Right
this
there.
first, yeah.
All right, let's see what we think. Well, it feels so good to finally see the end almost in sight. Oh, yeah. We're actually going to be able to be in here at some point.
Knock the wall.
There was a lightness to my step, a smile on my face. I was a man freed from an unjust prison sentence. Sheetrock. And now I could dive into a much more satisfying work, trim. We got some rough sawn 1x4 from a local sawmill, and we used that for our trim. And I think it added just the perfect off-grid Alaska cabin accent to these freshly painted walls. At this point, there was so much excitement. We were actually finishing. It was all hands on deck. All the kids came out, helped us clean up the floor so we could do a final paint coat on the floor, and our first room was finished. And then another, and then another. We all pushed to get it done. Every one of us did their part, and we got it finished. Taking a step back, just taking a look at the painted walls, the finished trim. It was beautiful. But the cool thing about Alaska, the most beautiful part is always what you're looking at outside the window. The addition isn't done, but at least at this point we could start using it. And that meant we could also jump over to a new job that we've been waiting a long time to do that would seriously improve this cabin. install a brand new wood cook stove.
Surely it will be one of these.
You know, get the whole.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
This stove is very heavy, so we tried all different kinds of ways to get it to move. There was some brainstorming.
That'll work. Or will it? You're on the weak part of it.
Ready? Let's do it again.
2, 3.
He don't speak your mouth.
I mean, that was easy.
9,000 pounds. Okay, move the old stove out, at least to the porch for now, and then figure out where we're gonna put this thing, and then move the new one in.
Now remember the weight issue.
Oh yeah. Let's go. Faster ride this down.
Ooh, it's so bright. Right there is the center. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We're up. That thing, we could replace it for. Okay, here.
So that goes like that.
These fit together. These fit together. Okay, here we go.
Guess that's right.
The stove has been in storage for a while, and one of the cooktops got a little bit of surface rust. It must have been a little damp in storage. That's okay, we can take care of it pretty easy with some barkeeper's friend.
Yep. Oh, probably like this. You gotta stand it up. What do I mean? Yeah, don't scratch any holes.
The stove installation was almost complete.
You know what I mean? It's like a you problem, really.
Okay, always a little scary the first time. Here we go. Good. Good first burn. My oven's reading 300 degrees.
This isn't just a wood stove, it's a wood cook stove. So we figured the best way to test it out fully was to cook something.
Eat up, so I guess we'll just see. See how my butter sizzles? Oh yeah, that'll do it. Get this one down the
Oh, that was excessive maple syrup. All right, let's try it. French toast, first meal over the wood cook stove. Is it gonna taste like wood fire? Oh. It like can't possibly taste like wood fire. But I don't know, it's delicious. It kind of does.
This Heco wood cook stove has become an amazing addition to the cabin. We love our wood cook stove, and I'll have a link in the description of this video if you're interested to learn more about Heco. With the wood cook stove installed, it's time to get this solar system up and running. Your typical off-grid solar power system is made up of 3 parts: your PV array, your inverter/controller, and your battery bank. You've already seen us install our PV array. Today it was time to get the inverter controller and battery bank set up. Now we can't just put the inverter controller and battery bank outside in the elements, we need to protect them. So we needed to build a shed to put them into so they'd be protected, and then we could attach them to the solar panels. As we button up the shed, now it was time to start putting in the battery bank and the inverter.
Yeah, there it is.
It was time for us to move the batteries down into the rack.
Got it. Another badge in my off-grid merit badge vest thing.
Now it was time to wire everything up, but there's one problem.
I don't know much about electrical, so I've been waiting to finish this project. How do I get some help on the electrical side of things? And I called 2 friends that I've made out here in Alaska. One of them's off-grid, and one of them I knew was into ham radio, so I knew he was good with like electrical work. Well, it turns out he was the electrical technician on a 200-foot ship. Like, he not only knows all the stuff that an electrician knows, but he also knows a lot about the hardware and the technical and tech stuff. So with their forces combined, they're actually gonna help me do some of it. So we're off and running with oversight so that I don't make a mistake and do something wrong. I got confidence, I got friends. Now let's get some power. Let's go hook up some stuff.
I got started on the project and waited for my friends to arrive.
Here's a next socket. Yeah, a socket would be better.
Connecting the battery bank, the inverter charger, and the solar panels to themselves, all pretty plug and play, everything included. Because we're in Alaska, we have to consider moose. When running wiring, it needs to be either buried or high up out of moose range. We decided to skip the bearing, run our solar wires up in the air. We just had to make sure that they were above moose head height. I got up on the ladder to tie the knot on the rope.
Bring better in, down through that hole. Down. There you go, like that.
We got the wires from the solar array into the shed.
So we've got almost everything all done. We just got to get them all in the junction box and then that into the inverter. We should be able to fire it all up.
With all the wiring complete, now it was time to test out and see if everything was hooked up right and working.
Press the return key 5 seconds to enter the protocol setting. 1, 4, 5.
Everything was connected. We worked out all the kinks. We fired the system up, and that's when I saw it.
That 1,500 watts coming in right now. This project that I have slaved over and worked so hard for is finally gonna pay off. And I just have to say special thanks to my buddies, John and Glenn. If you wanna do this, if you wanna homestead, if you wanna go off grid, all this stuff, you gotta build community too, because you find somebody like my buddies, John and Glenn, and who like know this is just like another day at the office for them. For me, this was incredibly overwhelming. This wiring part, this was the scariest part of all, and for them it was just come on out, install it, plug in the parts, double check, and meanwhile I got to learn. So it won't be so scary for me next time. I know how to troubleshoot now because we had to troubleshoot. Like, I learned so much and it's up and running.
Finally, we finished something. The solar system was completely finished. Time to finish the addition. We were excited because we had a special visitor who was going to help us with a big project. Kay's dad came to Alaska for a visit, and his first priority was finishing our mudroom.
It's the sun.
It's good.
Nice and safe because they're still on horses. Off the horses. Okay. Then we're gonna start putting some in.
Yeah, looks okay. Yeah.
You want this to sink?
The mudroom built-in was finished. Now we just needed to install it in the mudroom.
Alright, I need some help here. Alright,
You guys are doing
left.
Can you hold it for a sec?
Take a breather. That's good.
Can you hold it for a sec?
2, 3. Up high. We gotta lean it out. Good.
Go.
Slide it.
No, wait, stop. Oh, you don't have to do anything.
No? That's
No.
weird.
We got it mounted to the wall. My son finished up hanging the last few hooks, putting up a couple shelves, and it was all done. That wasn't the only improvement Grandpa wanted to do while he was here. We had been using a temporary eat at kitchen island countertop. Grandpa wanted to make it a nice solid butcher block.
Full shape of that.
I hope so.
Big, giant, heavy book. Now,
That's gonna be fun to get out.
fingers out of the pinchies down there.
Nope, that's good. Get her down.
Ooh, look at that.
You get your can on?
Capture this.
One of the best things about living off-grid in a cabin in the wilderness of Alaska is there are just endless projects that we need to do here on this cabin. And that means there are endless opportunities for my kids to learn from me, their mom, their grandparents, learn new skills, spend time together, and ultimately make memories and something that our family will use every day. With our beautiful new kitchen island, butcher block top all complete. Now, time to finish our new entrance to the cabin.
So,
Look at you.
The ramp to touch the 42 inches. So if I'm going to basically want to put this thing kind of dead center.
Here in Alaska, we have to deal with frost heaves. They're a really big problem. We experienced it this last winter. It can move your cabin, it can move your foundation, and it can move your deck and your entrance. That's why we built a floating deck, and now today a pivoting ramp, so that if the ground around the cabin heaves up and down, our deck and ramp can gently move with it, preventing any structural damage.
Yo!
I gotta crawl under so you don't have to use such blisters from it.
There we have a ramp. Kind of. Push it in. Should work. Now this is like a gun, so you never point it in a direction where you wouldn't want to shoot something. Right in the middle, okay? Let me pull the trigger. That's pretty good.
Come on.
It's my favorite kind of job to work on with one of my kids because, you know, it's not like super time, like time crunch. There's no like, we gotta get the roof done before the snow shows up. Time crunches add stress to the situation, so you can't let your kid learn and go slow. And I can just take time and teach them how to use the tools and teach them what we're doing. And at the end of the day, we got something done that's like immediately, it's like a quick, nice reward, like boom, there it is. Oh man. This is one of the reasons I love doing carpentry. To spend the day doing hard work, and at the end of the day, you just see the benefit right there in front of you. There it is, it's done.
That has been something that has been so rewarding about this entire project, turning this off-grid cabin into a cozy home for our family. Every week, we get another job done, and our life gets that much better right before our eyes. It's been so rewarding, I've been enjoying every step of the way.
Coming back.
Is it brand new?
Almost like an anniversary gift. 1 year to the day that I arrived,
It's adorable.
Isn't it cute?
a baby moose was born right in our backyard. That was us a year ago. Our feet had just landed in the Alaska dirt. We were nothing but wide eyes and wobbly legs. Alaskans have a word for newcomers, tenderfeet or chichacos, and that's what we were. But the thing about Alaska, it changes you. If you last, make it through the hardships, it toughens you.
Drove to Alaska. Yes. Yes. Solar system up and running. Show off back there. Walking around.
So we're not gangsta now, we're policemen.
So who knows? With some determination and a little help from those we love, come back in a few years, you might not even recognize the old sourdoughs that live here.